welcome to From Days to Years. Today we're at the amazing studio of Michele Renee, the studio. And this is my friend, Michele Renee. She is an amazing, prolific, I want to say prolific, can I say that? Okay, okay.
Is that, should I be humble and say no?
No, don't be
She
humble.
is.
You have a gift.
She has a gift. Makeup
Thank
artist.
God.
Thank God. Makeup artist and hairstylist. And she's going to do 3 faces for us. She's going to do Heather's, mine, and then you're going to see Monica's. 3 different pigmentations, 3 different styles of faces, 3 different skincare, 3 different makeup looks. So we're so excited for you to be here. Make sure you tune in and see Michele Renee as she makes magic. Awesome.
Okay, hi, we're here with Angie today, and of course she has lots of melanin in her skin, Black Girl Magic, hashtag. So we are going to, first thing, we definitely want to start with skincare. We're doing a 5-minute face, so we put her gel pads on. I'm going to get some vitamin C, and believe it or not, even if you have lots of melanin and blessed with that, you still need sunscreen. Now, it's really, really hard. I think Black women find it, sunscreen turns in like a weird tint sometimes. Target, Black Girl Sunscreen, that's literally what it's called, is amazing. And then also, the Super Goop is great for women of color as well. And it's a primer. So I'm going to get your moisturizer on, and then I'm going to get your sunscreen, and then we'll do your 5-minute face. As normal, don't forget your neck and a little bit of on top of your eyelids.
I should have shaved my mustache.
Your mustache looks great.
Thank you.
So I'm sure that you know that Black women do not age. And the reason, because you have kind of like built-in sunscreen with melanin. So the sun won't age you as fast. However, you still need sunscreen. And you probably should drink more water.
Yes, I should.
So we've got the sunscreen on. Now, because Angie has more melanin, she has a darker skin tone, the colors that we use on her are going to be different than the colors we are going to use on Heather, who has a lighter skin tone. It's called color contacts. So it's when 2 colors are together, they're going to look different. So the same color that I put on you will look totally different on someone who is a lighter skin tone. So we're going to use brighter skin tones, so brighter colors, so it really shows up on your skin. I know, right? Fascinating. So I love Estee Lauder Double Wear. We're going to use a little bit of Estee Lauder Double Wear. The name is a little bit deceiving. If you use just a tiny bit, a little bit, it's not going to go on super thick. Also, for busy moms, for a 5-minute face, I love this brush. I love efficiency. As a mom, you're always doing 5 million things. This is a Trish McEvoy brush. It is 2-sided. You literally could probably put everything on with this. So I'm going to get some foundation on Angie. And then I'm using this for her concealer on her eyes as well. You really do have beautiful skin, though.
Thank you. 45 years old.
Wow.
Well, 46 in 2 weeks, but
You got to give a shout out to your melanin, actually.
no Botox.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
I'm afraid of needles.
Are you?
Oh my God. Even if I needed Botox, I'd just like, no.
I love Botox.
Even needles. I'd have to have Lidocaine first, then the Botox to numb my face before they put that needle on my face.
You know, you really don't need that much.
I use primer. Should I continue to use primer in my makeup, or do I not need primer?
So the great thing about the Super Goop, it's a primer and a sunscreen all in one. So I love using products that are 2-for-1s, like this little brush. It has 2 brushes on one side. It travels really well. And then the Super Goop is a primer and a sunscreen all in one. So Being a busy mom, I have to find things that are multi-purposed. Like right now, we're gonna use the same blush on your cheeks and for your eyes. So we've got foundation. We use the foundation for the concealer, and we also used it as a little bit for the eyes to make the blush that we're going to put on our eyes stick. So I use this very, very soft color for Heather. I'm going to use a little bit brighter for Angie. Again, color context. And we're going to use these colors for her cheeks and both her eyeshadow. Yeah. So it's all about multitasking for your face. So Angie actually has a nice and more long face, more of an oval face. So with her face, I am going to do a little bit of the apples, and I'm not going to take the blush with a sharp angle. So we've got some blush, and then we're just going to take it and then swipe the same color over her eyes. Just a little bit, nothing too crazy. We just want to brighten up her appearance. So we're just going to go in the outer V and just do a little color. This is so, so subtle. It's not a full face. It's just a little pick-me-up. Again, I think as busy moms, we forget to take care of ourselves. We're so busy taking care of other people. Mm-hmm. This is one of my favorite products. It's for the eyebrows. I'm going to use it in dark brown for Angie. I'm just going to give a little bit of color, a little bit of shape to her eyebrows. It doesn't take much time. And it's basically foolproof. You might be able to do this in the car line.
Oh, that's good.
All right. And then we've got a little bit of mascara, goes a long way. I'm going to get her eyeliner on. So we've got a little bit of liner. Then I'm going to get the mascara. And just FYI, if you have dark hair, after you put mascara on your eyelashes, if you have any left over, instead of using the MAC product that colors in your eyebrows, you could probably use the mascara and just color them in a little bit. But that's only after you use most of the product on the eyelashes. That's just a time-saving tip. Look right here. Perfect, perfect. Good job. All right, so right now, if I hadn't already used the color for her eyebrows, I would have taken what's left over and just given it a little bit of shape and color. There you go. So let's do lips. If you want something really long lasting, instead of using a gloss or like one of the matte lipsticks, this is a really good trick. Just take a liner and use it all over your lips, and it will last a little bit longer. Okay, you are done. It's your 5-minute face. Ready to go to Target. All right, guys. So we are here with Heather. I'm a busy mom. Heather's a busy mom. We have so many things to do. I work. Do you work?
No, but I feel like I work.
Damn you.
I mean, I drive kids all day long.
We work as mothers.
Yeah.
We work as mothers.
Yes.
You know,
No, I do
that
do
is
that.
like
That's a full-time job.
that's a full-time job. I feel like
keep saying I want to go back to work to take a vacation.
seriously,
Yeah.
my vacation is
Let me
at work.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, that's what I miss. I do miss the work and talking
Yeah.
to people my own age and not being asked, we got out 15 minutes early. Can you be here? No.
Oh gosh.
It's a 20-minute drive.
So like today I had all these wonderful ladies coming, and I literally had 5 minutes to do my own face. So many times,
You look great.
thank you. Many times we only have 5 minutes, and sometimes as moms we forget to self-care ourselves. We're busy taking care of our children. So every mom deserves to have at least 5 minutes to take care of themselves. So Heather has lighter skin, she has freckles, she has some redness. So living in Florida, the sun is going to be an issue. So in order to put on makeup, you need to have your skin looking good and healthy. So right now, I love these little gel pads. We're going to put this underneath her eyes. And we're going to start with some moisturizer, and we're going to put some sunscreen. Sunscreen is so important no matter what your skin tone is. You always need sunscreen. If you have lighter skin, a concern is going to be the sun, and the sun will age you. So it's really, really important to have a great skincare routine for every skin color, but especially if you have less melanin, you definitely want to have a good skincare regime. Regime or regime?
Like a regimen?
A regimen. Excuse me.
That's okay.
I'm like making us like Nazis or something.
That's
I
okay.
don't know. So
Makeup, skincare, not
skincare Nazis. So
It's important.
super important. So this is so in your 5 minutes, get yourself little gel pads. It's super, super easy. It makes such a difference. I love this Prep in Time by MAC. Here, smell it. Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. It just makes you isn't it amazing?
I love that.
While your kids are screaming in the background.
I have teenagers, so they just don't talk.
Oh, they don't. Oh, that's wow. That's kind of nice.
By the time I'm getting ready for my day, they're out. They're gone.
Girl. So I'm going to get some vitamin C on Heather's face.
Mm.
And then don't forget your neck, because your neck will show your age. And then also just your eyelids. Don't forget that. Don't get it too close to your eyes. Let it sit there and soak in. We're going to get a little bit of eye makeup, and we're going to put some lashes on. And by the time we do all of that, the moisturizer will be nice and soaked in. So, but don't forget your neck. Look at that. I'm going to put a little bit of chapstick on your lips. Somebody's not drinking water.
Yeah.
All right. So we're doing our skincare because skincare is so important. Right now, you can be brushing your teeth, yelling at your kids, whatever you need to do. So that's getting in. So once your vitamin C is all soaked in, I'm going to take off your gel. I know. You can take off these gel pads.
They came off so easily. I don't know why I thought they were sticky. They're not.
They're not that sticky.
No, they're not. And they just stay too. So
So I'm going to use some Estee Lauder. I love Estee Lauder.
that's what I use at home.
Do you use
Yeah,
this?
what color is that?
Double wear. What color do you use?
Well, I use I'm right now using Ecru. I brought it just in case.
Did you? This is Shell. You're using extra. I think I.
And I feel like it's a little too light for me, so I'm not sure.
Really? I feel
Only because I've gotten sun since I moved back to Florida.
Oh yeah, you were in Seattle. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you were in Seattle.
So I'm used to still buying like the really fair. And like I said, I just switched over to Estee Lauder, so I was trying to figure out what was the right shade.
I love double wear. It just.
I do too. Like it stays on and it doesn't sweat off, and it has a little bit of sunscreen in it, which has really become my mantra in my house.
No.
Where's your sunscreen?
Exactly.
Because my son is fairer than I am.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot the sunscreen part. Okay. So we just put a nice healthy sunscreen on Heather. We're going to go in, we're going to use Estee Lauder. I love Estee Lauder Double Wear. You can put it on really, really thick, but also if you use a brush and kind of use a little bit and buff it out, it's a really nice, long-lasting finish. And that's what moms need, is a long-lasting finish. Again, don't forget your neck. And we put sunscreen on the neck too. If I'm doing something for 5 minutes, I will take the leftover foundation and I'll just put a little bit on my eyelids and then a little bit underneath. Nothing crazy. So I've got some light foundation, Estee Lauder Double Wear, from here all the way to my neck. And that just evens out your skin tones. So again, if I'm super, super busy and I just want to look good and feel good and just want a little color, I'll take a blush or a bronzer and I'll use it for my cheeks and I'll use it a little bit for my eyes. So I'm just going to get this nice peach color. Heather has a nice rectangular face, so we don't really have to do anything too crazy. I'm going to put a little bit of color in her cheeks. There. And then I'll go ahead and use that same blush color. Sometimes I use the same brush and I just swipe it really quickly on my eyes. Now remember, we already have a little foundation here. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my eyes. Call it a day. Just makes you look awake. A nice pretty color. So from here, we can take it one step further, use a little bit of liner, and then use some mascara. And sometimes I love fake lashes. Fake lashes just makes your eyes look open and just adds a little bit of pop that you need. So if you're brave and you have a full 5 minutes, put on fake lashes. You know, if you're not brave and only have 5 minutes, don't put on fake lashes. So Heather, do you want to be brave? Do you want to put, well, I'm putting on the fake lashes.
Yeah, you put them on.
Yeah, so.
Sometimes I have two different mascaras. I have my everyday, and then I have mine that just make my eyes pop. So it all depends upon my mood at the moment.
Right, well, what kind of mood are you in?
I'm like, let's make me pop.
Let's-
That's why I say, am I going to pop, or am I just kind of like, don't want to scare people?
Which level? Yeah, let's make you pop a little bit. So we're going to get the liner on. If I was doing fake lashes, I would take my glue just to, when I first get in the bathroom, and if I'm doing a 5 minute face, the first thing I do is I'm going to set my glue aside. And the biggest mistake people use with fake lashes is applying the glue directly on your lash. When it comes out, it's super liquidy, and then it's just going to create a mess, and then it's definitely going to eat away your 5 minutes.
Oh.
So set it there and get your skincare regime, and then by the time it gets tacky, you can like pop on your fake lashes. So let's get some liner on. Close your eyes. My favorite fake lash is Ardell 110. They literally look like your lashes. No one will probably even know that you have fake lashes. So I'm going to measure them. Usually you need to cut off a little bit because you don't want your lash to be hanging off. And then by this time, the glue has gotten a little tacky. You can take one of your brushes and then just paint the glue on the strip.
So I wanted to watch you do that.
Sure,
I'll
sure.
reclose my eyes.
Well,
Yeah. That please do.
I take it and I'm just going to pop them on. So again, fake lashes are not usually in a 5 minute makeup routine unless you're experienced with putting on fake lashes, because fake lashes can really eat up a lot of time if you don't know what you're doing. But today Heather is feeling adventurous. Rawr. All right, just keep those on. We're going to let you dry a little bit. Heather's eyebrows are pretty bold, but I always like to go in. This is a time saver. This is not a mascara, but it's color for your eyebrows. It's by Huda Beauty. It looks like a mascara because it has a little wand, but it comes in different colors. This is a auburn color, and I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to give her eyebrows a little bit of definition. She has a few highlights in her eyebrows.
Some silvers.
A little silver. And we're just going to make that all even and make her eyebrows a little bit bolder. Eyebrows are so important. They frame the eyes, and we really want her eyes to stand out. So when you open, you might be a little stuck, and that's okay if you're a little stuck. You're like a brand new baby bird.
There we go.
There we go. Oh, wow. These lashes are, wow. They're pretty bold.
I can definitely see them.
Yeah.
I'm not used to that.
There's different sizes of eyelashes. These are a tad bolder than maybe you want. I'll have you look at them.
Mm-hmm.
These might not be going to Target lashes.
Well, sometimes you want to be fancy at Target.
Yeah, or maybe this is go to Target and get a discount.
Ooh.
I'm going to give you a nice lip color, and then I might give you a little bit more blush. And this is a quick 5 minute face. Get in, get out. You have a little bit of color, even skin tone, and you've got and you feel good. All right. Let's give her a little bit more blush, and we'll get a little bit of mascara to fuse your lashes together. But this would be a nice 5 minute face. Going to Target to get a discount. Oh, that's a pretty lip color on you too.
Oh, I like that color.
Yeah. Look right here. Okay, and there we have it.
Thank you.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
wow, that ice cream popped.
Yeah. So Monica is, of course, an Indian woman. So at an Indian wedding, we would apply her makeup differently because of color context. Usually they're wearing very colorful outfits, and you need to make sure you're balanced up and have a little bit more color on your face. But so today she is going to a Western wedding. She is a bride. It's a fusion wedding, so she's marrying a non-Indian, and we're doing something a little bit more subtle. So right now we have one color. She has a little bit of a hooded eye. Because of that, we're not going to do anything too much with her eyeshadow, but we're going to have really fluffy, beautiful eyelashes, and that's going to create a vertical line and open up her eyes because she has hooded eyes. So I have hooded eyes too, so don't feel bad. And right now we're going to put on some eyeliner. Close your eyes. All right, just keep your eyes closed. So right now we're going to put on some eyelashes. We have some 110s by Ardell's. Again, Monica has hooded eyelashes, so we want to create a vertical line, and we want really beautiful fluffy eyelashes. So eyelashes are like shoes. There's different styles and different kinds. These are pretty soft kinds. I would consider these in terms of shoes like little kitten heels. They're not going to be anything too crazy. I'm measuring her the length of her eyes. And for a lot of y'all, you're probably going to want to cut the eyelashes because your eyelashes are going to be perhaps a little bit too long. It's like when you see the people who have their feet hanging out and you know their shoes are too small. So we don't want your eyelashes to hang off your eyes because it doesn't look balanced and it looks weird. So I've already preset the glue. A lot of people have problems with the glue. If you put the glue on directly from the packet out of the package, it's not dry, it's not tacky, it's way too slippery, and that's where a lot of people have problems with not properly putting on their lashes. So I let the glue sit. That's the first thing I did when Monica sat in the chair. So right now it's a little bit tacky, so it's going to be easier to apply, and it's not going to slide around her eyes. Right now, we're just letting her eyelashes glue. Previously, we put on some gel pads underneath the eyes. This is great for moms who don't get enough sleep. It just really moisturizes underneath your eye. And as you know, putting on concealer on a dry underneath area is just going to make your eyes look more wrinkly. You really, really want to make sure you're nice and moisturized underneath the eye. Sometimes if your under eye is really moisturized, you don't even need concealer. But if you're a mom, you probably will need concealer. So we're going to take these off and we're going to get Monica's concealer and face makeup on. Just FYI, when you are a person who has a little bit more melanin in their skin, sometimes you want to match with your chest because your chest is normally a little bit lighter. Your chest and then your forearm. So we're going to, I'm going to look at your chest really quick. You're pretty consistent though. Oh yeah, you're a little bit lighter. So you're a little bit lighter on your chest. Do you want to go a little, like a shade lighter? Monica?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. It's just a shade lighter. It's nothing too crazy. And it'll just kind of brighten up your face. And usually for weddings and pageants and stuff, I usually go 1 or 2 shades lighter. Remember, dark colors are seed, light colors highlight. And we really want we really want Monica's face to like glow. So we're just going to do 1 little shade lighter. Okay, so right now we're going ahead and we're getting Monica's face done. I'm actually using a brush by Trish McAvoy. This has brush on 2 sides. This is amazing, especially for people who don't have enough time or room for a million brushes or don't want to have a million brushes. I literally can put on all my makeup with this one brush. Okay, so Monica's doing really good. Now, if you are going to be photographed a lot, I suggest you taking your foundation and going down your neck. Sometimes people have a little bit of pigmentation around their neck, and it's just nice, especially for pictures, to even out your skin tone so it doesn't look like you have a beautiful face, nice and covered, and your neck looks a different color, or if it looks a little bit off because it doesn't have the same texture foundation on. So Monica has really good skin, so we're not going to do anything too crazy with her. A lot of brides nowadays like to have, like to see their skin. Okay, so her foundation is on. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put a little bit of powder underneath her eyes. It's called baking. It just sets everything and then it highlights. It's going to feel funky for a little bit. If it feels funky, you're doing it right. And then especially for brides, as an additional safety measure, I'm going to take her fake lashes and her real lashes and kind of fuse them with waterproof mascara. This glue is great, but sometimes with a bunch of tears and rubbing, it's not 100% guaranteed. So by taking the mascara and fusing your real lashes and your fake lashes, it's just like a seat belt. But it's always a good idea if you're a bride to have your makeup artist give you a little bit of sample of the glue. So right now we're going to contour Monica's face. She's getting used to the lashes. I'm going to put on the mascara later after this step. So we're looking at her face, and her face shape is more of a round face. If you take a straight edge and just measure her face, if you're longer than you are wider, you're probably like oval or rectangle. But if you take a straight edge and you go up and down and you're almost the same width as length, you're probably round, you're probably square. So if you look at Monica's face shape, she has a square face shape. So what that means, a perfect face shape is oval. So we want everybody to look long and lean. So what we're going to do, we're going to contour her cheeks at a nice sharp angle. And we're also going to contour underneath. So when she looks to the side, she looks really cut and like she has a nice chiseled jawbone. And then we are going to contour a little bit of Monica's nose. It looks really pretty, but we're just going to contour it slightly. We don't want to change the face of the shape. We just want to make it the best that we can make it. So for a round face, I very rarely put any contour on top because remember, dark colors recede. I don't want Monica's face to get any shorter. We want it to lengthen it. So I just put a nice little sharp contour here. I'm going to not contour her forehead, but I'm going to go and get a fluffy brush. And this is a really amazing trick if you want to make your lips look a little bit more like fluffy, bigger, which Monica has beautiful, beautiful lips. You're just going to go underneath her lip and create a shadow. And we do this with a smaller brush because small brush, small mistake, big brush, big mistake. So when you're contouring bigger areas, you can use a bigger brush. Smaller areas like the nose, you want to use a small brush. So we're just going to contour the side of her nose just to thin it out a bit. And again, in pictures, you can when you look at pictures, things you see things more. Your face is highlighted and you see things more. So in every day, this would be a problem. But if they take a really big close up, it's just nice to have a contoured nose. So before we go back to put mascara on the eyelashes, we are going to do some blush. Now, just a little trick, if you have a round face, a lot of people say to put it on your apples, but if you have a round face, you don't want to put blush on the apples of your cheek. That'll just create a horizontal line. You want to really bring your face up and put it more right here, almost where you would put a highlighter, but you just want to bring your face up. So no apples on the cheeks for Monica, right? No apples. Where do you normally put your blush? Apples of the cheek. I get it. Well, when you go to the counter and when you go, it's always like, chew them the apple of the cheeks, apple of cheeks. So I don't blame you. All right, so now we're going to go back and we're going to fuse Monica's real lashes and fake lashes together. And again, that's just going to create a seatbelt for her, especially as a bride. It's going to make her eyelashes look very like streamlined. Sometimes when you look at a person, you'll see their fake lashes and real lashes. Perfect, perfect. And also a little mistake I think people make when they put on lashes. They put on lashes like very like horizontal. The purpose of the lashes is to open up your eye. So you really want your eyelashes to go more vertical. And if your eyelashes, if you put them on and they're a little weird, like 45 degrees with the mascara, you can kind of push it up a bit. So that's why I like to put mascara at the end. Okay. So we're going to go back. We're going to even out the liner. We're going to give Monica a beautiful, beautiful lip color because she has these beautiful lips. We're going to do a little bit with her brows. Nothing too crazy because she has beautiful brows. And she will be a bride. So I love this little makeup product. It's kind of like mascara for your eyebrows. It's not mascara. It has a little bit of a brush like mascara, and has a little bit of color. It's great for people who, like a mom who has 5 minutes to get ready. And it's great for people who don't want their eyebrows to look mean, but they want a little bit of color on their eyebrows. You just brush on the color. It's super easy. It's foolproof. Great for every day or for a bride who has to do her own makeup. And we're going to do a really, really beautiful lip color. It's by Charlotte Tilbury. It's called Amazing Amal. I don't know if it's named after George Clooney's wife, but I think it is. So it's a really, really beautiful color. So just a tip, like if you are a woman who has a little bit more melanin, you could probably do something a little bit brighter. And that color is not going to look the same as a friend who doesn't have as much melanin, but because of color context, you just want something that pops. All right, we've got her lipstick on. We can put on a little highlighter if we want to. And we can also put a little bit of gloss on too, just to make her lips look a little bit more pouty. I think I'm going to give her a tad bit more blush. And then I'm going to put a little bit of concealer underneath her eyes. And she already has eyeliner. I might put a tad bit of eyeliner. So a little bit of concealer, look up in the sky. Perfect. And I personally, after I get the lashes done, I put the concealer on at the very end, just in case you're watering. But again, at your personal like routine is your personal routine. This is just what I do. Okay. Let's get your hair in an updo. Sometimes I go back and I'll put a little bit more. Like you have this nice, beautiful green top. I'm just going to give you a little bit more blush. I think you're done.
Thank you.
Take a picture. You're welcome.